Grinders, welcome back. We are here still playing Spin and Goes in Ontario here. These are all $50 games. If you look at the top left here, we just got something called a 10X. It is for $500. So I just recorded this not too long ago. I was hanging out having a coffee. As you can see, I had a lot of games opened up here. You guys can try to watch whatever table you want to watch, but we're going to concentrate on table 1 on the top left is the $500 game. The 3 other games are $50, all for $100, so it's called a 2X. But we're going to concentrate on the top left here. So first place is 400, second place gets 100, and third place doesn't get paid. So there is some small ICM that you can get in the money, but I think obviously the goal should just be playing for the win. So we get pocket queens here from the button, raise it up. Ace high flop, not the best, but I think still majority of the time you do want to bet it. Protect your hand versus flush draws there. You can still take it down a lot of the times just with the C bet, and then you could decide if they call if you want to do a double bet. I think here, because it's a diamond, I probably checked it because the ace has a beat now, plus a draw got there, just kind of pot control. But the fact that I have the queen of diamonds makes me want to check back even more because I can also get there and disguise my hand a little bit. I think if I didn't have the queen of diamonds, I could see myself still betting a little bit. But anyways, we decided to check there. Here he put us in a tough spot. He put a value bet there. I don't know what hands we really beat here. Some 9Xs. He did have a 9 there and he caught a 2 pair on the river. It was good bet size by him. It was a little bigger, probably would have got away. But I decided to call him down there. And that's based on also not having too many histories with certain players. I do think I recognize his name, but I've mentioned this before. When I switched my computer, I lost a lot of my tags. So I wasn't positive if that was a player I was thinking or not. But we're still in it. 7-4 is an easy fold. And then as you can see, I was battling these other guys here while concentrating on this big spin. Queen 9 here, I've been limping in a bit more with certain stack depths with a big chunk of my range to be a bit more balanced in those spots. In general, I don't think you have to be overly balanced in spin and goes at these like lower stakes here. I think when you're playing the global site and you know the 500s and 1000s and maybe the 250s and stuff, you got to be a bit more balanced versus your regular players. But in general, it's not something that I usually do with the stakes I'm playing. But with my limping range versus players I constantly play against, I am more balanced than I would be in other spots. I think with that 15 big blinds, between 15 and 10 big blinds area, limping on the button with your strong hands, weak hands, and stuff like that, there's some value from doing that. You're going to see a lot of flops that they're going to check back to you, and you can bet a lot of flops they'll check to you, and you can take it down by just betting. They seem to think by limping on the button, you lean to have a stronger range than a weaker range, so you tend to get a lot of respect, is what I've been noticing. And then you know, if people jam you, you can decide what you want to do there. But I am mixing in more limps that you can see me limping in there. They're both at 16 big blinds, so I decided to limp in there. It's usually assigned for newer players, but limping is starting to be a bit more popular now at the higher stakes as you're moving up here. So it's something I've been kind of working with, and depending on stack depths and who I'm playing, I've been limping a bit more than just raising. I think for you newer players though, who are playing like the $1 and $5 and stuff like that, you should probably be more raising or folding in most of your situations, especially if you're playing like six-handed cash games. I don't think you should be limping in middle position and stuff like that. You should always be either raising to get into the pot or folding. But just rambling on there for you. Okay, we are down to the 2 games here. We're even in chips. Try to make it big here for you guys. So I have ace king here on the button. We go for a raise. This guy was playing, I picked up really quick, was awfully aggressive. Put me in a couple hard spots here. I think this hand's actually one of them here. So I decided to check back for some pot control here. We have no clubs in our hand. So here he bet 4. So if you pause and look at that, you know, I didn't know what his bluffs would be, like a 6-4 if he was just floating. We beat some ace highs, but like ace queen, but because the fact we have the king, we could beat a chop, right? But I figured he has more hands that beat us than bluffs, so I decided to let it down. 2-6 here, easy fold. Jack 3. It's a hand like this where definitely, depending on his bet size, you're always going to want to call him down. Don't want to ever raise in that spot. We do hit the miracle card of 3 on the turn. His bet size is pretty good here. I do like that size, between 2 to 3 big blinds into that there. Now, I a lot of times do a 3/4 bet, especially with all those draws. Would make me think he's more strong than not. And look, he had trip aces there. Queen 10 suited, easy call. Standard spot there for both players. A lot of times in spin and goes, what you're looking for is under like that 10 big blind range. Is a lot of times the same players would do the same thing. If I had his hand, I would have went all in, and I'm assuming if he had my hand, he would have called. Your edges are more in spots where you have like little differences, especially post flop. You're going to play them different, but as you move up in stakes, the $50 and $100, most players around the 10 big blind range are going to be doing a lot of the things the same. It's the you know, and that's comes with experience. And then your edges are more in more other situations. The lower stakes, like $10 and under, there's going to be a lot more leaks post flop with certain stacked ups. But the higher you get up, you'll see a bit less of it. King 9 is an easy call check back here. I don't think it's a spot you ever want to raise here. You want to keep his bluffs in, and he can have you beat some pot control, but you definitely want to keep him betting. Even here, it's a very, very scary board. I decided to just call. Now, you can think about leading out here, but I thought I'd be better off to check back to him. So we have trip kings there. There's obviously a flush there. And we just snap call. And sure enough, he had a semi-bluff there, inside straight. He had the backdoor queen of spades flush draw. So I don't mind his play there. And I like that if we would have raised him on the turn, there's a chance he would have went all in on his draws, but I don't mind our play there at all. I'm imagining I stabbed out at this pot here, standard C-bet, with that board's more in our range than his. Here I decided the same thing, some pot control, check it back. Certain players I would bet there. I didn't get the vibe that he's going to be folding too easily. So against certain players, just a triple barrel when they're going to call you off with middle pair, bottom pair, I think you're better off picking your spots. He seemed like he was really looking just to call and gamble. So I decided to do a lot more checking than I would be doing with certain players. Pocket eights, we take it down. Jack King here. You could just jam over him, but I had a pretty big edge here, I thought. I wanted just to kind of play it more ABC. And we hit the straight. So I didn't think he was too strong here, so I went for a really small value bet. Maybe he even could have bet 2 big blinds. Give him a chance to bluff over us. But we take it down. But I didn't think he had too much there. Queen 3 there, it might have been a jam. It would have been pretty close. I don't know Nash chart off by heart, but it'd be pretty close there. King 6 could be a call with certain players, but against this guy, if I was playing a regular that I play all the time, that King 6 suited there, I'd be calling, especially versus 2 or 3 players I play against. But majority of the field there on a bigger spin here, I don't think they're going to be punting off and jamming correctly. So those borderline ones, I'd rather wait. Here, obviously, easy call. He's got the King 4, and we win ourselves $400 there. A little 10x there. It used to be winner take all, but I don't mind they leave a little bit for second place because these big spins are harder to get. So I'll show you guys the bankroll as we just wrap up this game here. As you can see, we're building up the chest. I don't really have a plan for that yet. I haven't set a new challenge. Those who have watched our last couple videos. This is still off an original $150 deposit that we already did one big cash out and now we're still building that up if you want to go back and see how we've been doing. So I'm going to close that. This is a little blurry. Let's show you guys the bankroll. We are at 13,560. So today is Thursday, guys. If you go back and look on Sunday, we ended up last video at about 11,500, somewhere around there. So it hasn't even been a week and we're up about $2,000. So it's been going really good, and that's just from playing the higher stakes here. The good thing is I don't have to play as long as my sessions I was playing on Party Poker, playing the 10s. I'm able to play like an hour and a bit, and I could forward table and stuff like that. And because they're higher stakes, it adds up a lot faster. It's been going well. So smash the like button, guys. Let me know also what you like to see me do a little bit more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.